Yoga from the Crypt, the first official yoga day. Bet some of you are surprised it took us this long to get here because it's how important it is for you. Yoga is the best thing, in my professional and unprofessional opinion, for your entire just overall health and wellness. It gets your physical, your mental, your spiritual, if you're into that, your breathing, your strength, your flexibility, your endurance, all can be taken care of with just a yoga mat. You really don't need any of this fancy shit that we have in our gym, but we are going to have awesome yoga classes if that's what you're more into. Come check it out. Here is a basic, super basic, easy beginner's yoga ritual. All right, again, this can be incorporated into our warm-up or at the end of the day in our cool-down. Today, this is your workout. And as you progress, as you get to know your body, which is what I think the coolest part about yoga is you get to really develop a relationship with your body and understand where you need work, what you're good at, what you're not good at, how you feel. Use this as a time to take inventory of that. You know, we were talking about meditation at the beginning. A lot of people have problems sitting still, right? Stilling the mind, stilling the body. Movement can be your meditation. You can go internal. You can close your eyes, breathe as you're moving, make your movements intentional, and it is a good restorative centering experience. So think about that. You don't have to just be still Zen to meditate. We can move, and as we go through our everyday life, that's a meditation, and that will bring you to a happier, healthier, stronger version of you. Never say die, ever, not even once. We say it all the time, but I'm telling you, fucking don't. Thoughts become things. Don't manifest it. Anyway, easy yoga class coming up. I say easy, but it's not, you know. It's one of that Jedi mind trick that I have. Anyway, we're going to start in child's pose. Right? We talked about child's pose in the last couple videos. We'll hit a child's pose and we'll hold here for 3 whole breaths. Right? 3 breaths in child's pose. We come up to a cat. Exhale. Drop the belly, look forward. Inhale for a cow. 3 times. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Tabletop, neutral spine, double chin your chin. Those retractions we were talking about, double chin. Right arm forward. We're back on our left toes. Those of you that are a little more advanced want to make it more of a core exercise and balance exercise, try to hover that back foot. And we stretch from our fingertip to our back heel, squeezing our belly like we're doing a plank. Drop it down. Cat, cow. Same thing to the other side. Neutral spine. On the toes, on the fingertips. Maybe we hover one, maybe we hover both. And we're here in our bird dog. Not only is this a great core exercise, it can be difficult for our balance, but it's good for our stability because it forces our pelvis to be even. We don't want to overshoot it and arc our back leg. We want it to be nice and tight. Pelvis is even. And what this does is force our core muscles to work, which will alleviate our lower back pain. So that's what the function of these are, not just because they're a fancy hard exercise to do or anything like that. So we go through that, and then we hit child's pose, we rest. And from here, we're going to go through our flow. Up dog to down dog. We bend the elbows, chest between the hands. Press up, drop the hip, squeeze the butt. Up diggity dog. Opening the heart and the throat, we breathe in. Exhale back to a tabletop. Slide the hands back a little bit so they're under your shoulders. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs, up and back for downward dog. Right, so down dog, the heels are to the ground. I know most of you are like, what? Not happening. Heels ain't coming to the ground today. That's cool. Let's pedal them out left to right like that. And what that does, obviously, is going to work on your calves. Calf muscles flexibility, your Achilles tendon flexibility, your hamstring, and we keep the arms straight and let the head hang, no tension on our neck. I know I'm looking at you right now. Do as I say, not as I do. So we should be like this. We drop forward to a plank. Drop the knees. Untuck the toes. Bend the arms, we're back into a push-up. Slide forward, lift back up into our cobra. Back to downward, back to child's pose. And we rest here. So depending on our skill level, fitness level, what we're trying to get out of that, we can do that flow 3 to 5 times or once. Take inventory of your body. Only work in your body's limits. Yoga, especially, fitness in general, not about taking it to the point of extreme pain or pushing the limits every time, especially on this program. This is a recovery, restorative, rebuilding program. So once is fine. So we'll continue with once. From there, let's get back into a plank. Engage the belly. Strong, stable core means a strong, stable body. And then we bring one knee through, right knee through, plant the right foot, open up to the right, side angle lunge, right arm reaches up, left hand straight and strong down. This is like $1 million stretch. This is one of the, if I could only pick like 5 stretches or 5 exercises to do, this would definitely be one of them. We twist, we stretch our hips, hamstrings. It engages the core. It works our neck, our back, alignment, all the good stuff. So let's do each side just to be even. All right, so it looks like this. And again, we're just going to hold each pose for like 3 breaths. So you don't need a timer or anything like that. Frame the front foot. We step forward. Exhale down. Inhale up to a halfway lift. Engaging the belly, pushing the butt back, right? This keeps our pelvis and core stable, even. Hands to either your chest. You can even fly your hands out to the side to work on that shoulder blade retraction we talked about earlier. And then we rise all the way up. Big inhale all the way up at the top. Let's interlace the fingers. We'll go through side bends. You might notice a lot of these are exercises we've already done in our mobility warm-up or in our cool-down, just in a different way. That's good. We want to familiarize ourselves with these movements, and these are restorative and good for our body, good for our joints and muscles. Bring both hands behind you on the exhale. We pull our chest forward, chin up. Exhale to fall forward into a toe touch or with the hands behind our back again. Drop down. Inhale back up real slow. Arms reach up overhead. We exhale. Hands to heart center. Now from here we can either skip this next portion. I'm going to run through Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, the strengthening postures, or we could just hit the mat and cool down. So whatever you want to do is fine. I encourage you to try the Warrior postures, especially if you're new to the program and need a little bit more of a workout today. We're going to hold Warrior 1 first on the left foot's forward, right foot's back, knees, front knee slightly bent. Back leg straight, both arms are up, and we hold here and breathe. And when we breathe in this position, we want to send the breath and the energy up through our fingertips. So we find a nice tall spine and engage the sides of your body and your obliques. Those are what keep you upright and stable. We want to focus there, squeezing our belly. Let's come in. Same thing to the other side. All right. And you can hold these poses for longer or shorter if you need to. I'm just running through them in a basic fashion. Like I said, if you want a more comprehensive, like full yoga class, we got plenty of those available to you in the links provided. That's Warrior 1. Warrior 2, we open into a wider stance. We're back on the left knee bent, a little bit deeper bent, and the back right toes point straight out instead of slanted at 45 degrees. Arms extend, chest is out, shoulders reach back, and we hold this posture. The warrior postures are strengthening. It's like yin and yang. These are definitely yang, right? Energy, power. Just holding them creates heat, tension in the body, and that's what yields a strength building result. Kind of like lifting weights. Rather than just laying on the ground or like a toe touch or anything like that, that's yin. Anyway, let's step forward, switch sides. Hold here. You get the idea. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, same thing on the other side. All right, we'll come in. If anyone wants to get jiggy with it and try a squat, we can hold a squat before we crawl our hands back. And we lay down on the mat, hands down to your hips, heels in towards your butt. And we're going to go through some glute bridges, squeezing your glutes together, lifting your butt off, pressing through the heels, holding. We might feel a little burn. That's good. Bring it down. We can go through like 3 to 5 of these, holding for a few breaths at the top. And what this does for our postures combats that sitting posture. Again, our butt's always stretched. It's never flexed, too much in everyday life. So to focus on pushing the hips through and squeezing your glutes, good move. Become taller and sexier, just like that, which is obviously the only reason why we're here. And if it is the only reason why you're here, then I love you for that. That's okay. Bring it down. And let's bring our knees to the chest and we stretch the lower back. And we rock back and forth. Massaging the spine. Supports us all day. At least it should. So we'll give it some love. Some love and affection for Nos for Squat 2 up there. He tells you, work your glutes. Nos for Squat 2 says. Let's bring both knees to the left, right arm out to the right. We look to the right for a lying twist. Always like to end the cool downs with twists. And these are a great thing to add on to our static flexibility routine at the end of the day, because they chill you out. They improve your digestion. The yogis say it wrings out your stomach and your intestines, which is super heavy metal. But it really just helps with your overall health and everything. So to incorporate some twists, especially at the end of the day, always a good move at the end of yoga. And we'll come to an inversion. So if any of you are yogis or anything like that, we can do a headstand, handstand, shoulder stand, or we can just bring our feet up like that. Grab onto the backs of our knees, and we just hang here and let the flow of blood reverse back down towards our heart. We're always on our feet, or at the very least, we're not in a position very often where our feet are above our heart or above our head. Always healthy to reverse the flow of blood, improve circulation, improves our heartbeat. Keep living, keep rocking, never say die. That's why we're here. And then we just fall into our corpse pose, everyone's favorite. We close our eyes, our arms reach out to the side, our legs fall, and we completely disassociate and fall asleep. No, don't do that. I'm just joking. I'm going to sit up. You stay laying in corpse pose. But the purpose of corpse pose is it's a little bit easier to access some meditation when you're there instead of just sitting down and breathing. So that's always good. But the real purpose of corpse pose is to just let all we just did sink into your body. So take some time and rest. If we don't rest, we don't recover. If we don't recover, we don't get stronger. So this is our rest period at the end of the workout. And after that, we sit up. We take a nice big deep breath and smile and feel good and strong about crushing our yoga session, our breathing, our posture. Everything is getting on point. And it's really just a foundation of our week. In this foundation week, we can carry with us into the other weeks of this program. And as you progress through your journey, this is really the foundation we can always return to and build on. So keep that in mind and keep rocking. Namaste. Love y'all motherfuckers. And so does Nas for squat too. He approves. He says, work them glute bridges, work them juicy glutes. You can suck blood out of them like the cameraman. He's so cute back there with your short shorts on.